If you are a student, you must have a goal. If you are a job person, you must have a goal. If you are a normal life, you must have a goal. You must have to be goal oriented, right? That's what we heard about long time, and people think the same, that goal orientation is very important. You must have the goals, but that's not true. It's completely myth. The reality is that you don't have to be goal oriented, not even a single person. You have to be process oriented. Now, here's the fact. People think that their process is driven out by their goals, right? If they have a goals, so they have to make the process for completing that particular goal. But the actuality is far ahead than that. Suppose you're a student and you make a goal of physics and chemistry that you have to be study for 2 or 3 hours, but after the examination finished, you forgot about the books. For about 2 to 3 months, you don't even touch that books. I'm not talking about topper here. I'm talking about the average of above average students, below average students also, all the category, but not the toppers, right? So what they do, they started making goals and short-term basis, and when they complete their goals, so they reward themselves. And in that process, when they're rewarding themselves, they're degrading themselves. You might notice in summer vacations, you forget a lot of stuff, right? Because you have the goals, and the same goes for the people's world. They also make the goals, right? And when they completed their goals, they reward themselves, and in that process, they downgrade themselves. They're never going to be a straight curve or up curve, that each and every day they're making themselves best, because they make small goals, or you can say a little bit big goals. They achieve it, they get satisfied, and now when they get satisfied, they don't even tend to grow. They don't even want to grow. What we can do in this sector, what we can do, that we have that ability that no matter what the situation gets, we always learning, we always get higher state in life, whatever the situation gets, right? So you must have to be process oriented. To understand this concept, you must understand the simple thing about the process, that see, your body needs energy, right? It uses energy, utilizing energy, gains energy, but the source is food. So now that's the process. Process is simple, that you have to eat the food, right? You have to eat the food for the getting energy. That's simple process. And for that, you go to the kitchen, you cook food for yourself. Either you say your mama, or you say anything else, anyone else, to cook food for you, and you get the food, you get the energy. Now the process is that to getting the food, to utilizing the energy, and for that you make a small goals, that what you should eat, what should not eat. But people think that they're cooking the food because they have to be hungry. That is the goal, that is the process. They think that they have the goals, and for completing that goals, they need to make the process. But it is completely reverse. You have to be in process orientations. Let's suppose you have the process of learning, keep learning, right? You have to be improving yourself daily and daily, and you are in this process. So in this process, you always starts with reading a book, either communicating with people, either understanding yourself, surrounding yourself. A lot of stuff's going on there in this process. But if you have the real process, the goals are automatically, right? It comes automatic. You are hungry, you have to cook the food, it comes automatically. The goals come automatically, right? And in that process, if you don't complete the goal, you see that your process start deteriorating, and when it does, you feel hurt, like in body. If you are hungry and you don't get the food, you feel low, your appetite gets low. So that's the one thing you have to understand, that be in the process, be process oriented, because process gives you the goals automatically. Don't even think about it. If you are in the process of improving yourself, you get a lot of goals, complete that, right? And now talking about what if you don't have any goals, if you don't have any process, so what you can do. See, at the starting you must have a short-term goals, right? If you really don't have any both of these two things. So short-term goals include only 1 or 2 day tasks, not more than that, maybe only 1 day task. So what it does, it impacts in your mindset that yeah, you are able to do something, and actually believe me, everyone can do something. It's just a matter of their priorities. Just change a little bit your priority, start making yourself up. You find that you have the short-term goals, complete the short-term goals, you get satisfactions, and when you get satisfaction, when you can believe in yourself, then you start moving toward the process. And that's one thing you need to understand it. So that's it for today. Hope you understand it. Be process oriented. So meet you next one. Stay healthy, stay happy.